What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
Hello and welcome in to yet another edition of Your Show. Still, as far as we know, the only live show 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, originating in Saskatoon, and we're so damn proud and grateful to be able to say that as we have become the voice of this beautiful city. We are hyper-local, and if you ever want to get any sort of message out to anybody in this city, this is a great place to do it as we continue to grow. My name is Gary. I hope you had a lovely weekend, as there's always a lot going on. Monster trucks this past weekend. Monster trucks! We might get into a little bit of monster truck chat. That's literally just popped in my head right now. That might be something we'll talk about. Before we get to any of that stuff, though, we have in our possession the greatest camera in the history of the internet. And yes, I'm talking about every single camera out there. None better than this one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Maggie Cam. Oh, look at her. She was in her spot early today. She was ready to go, as she probably realized she gets a little more food when she hits her spot on time, which is very interesting. So great job, Margaret. No one's laughing at that? That's starving the dog? It was a joke. I don't actually starve her. Just, okay. Anyways, the Maggie Cam for our fantastic pals over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer. When you walk through the majestic doors of this incredible facility, you'll be greeted by Maggie's boyfriend, Leroy, who will then walk you up to the till to say hi to Mike and or Rochelle. And once you do that, everything you and or your pet needs will be taken care of. They got all the latest cool stuff, like the buckle-up collars and matching leashes. They have all the food you need, be it raw food, which they have inside of refrigerators there, or the normal dog food that you're used to. They have all the toys. They even have the cleaning station. Best one in town, very affordable and very effective. It is all there for you. And they are open after hours and weekends as well, thanks to our friends Kirsten, Shar, or Chris. So, with that in mind, be sure to stop by and say hello to our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, as you will never be disappointed. Look at her go. She's heading on off to Puppy Dream Town, and guarantee you her countdown has begun for feeding time. Today, two fantastic guests. One co-host of The Viewing Room. New episodes dropping every Tuesday here on the network. The other one, the host of Emily May's All Up in Your Business. Ladies and gentlemen, it's LB and Emily May. Woo! Hell yeah. Welcome in, you guys. How's everyone doing? Tough crowd. Tough crowd. Tough crowd.
Surviving.
You guys are really acting like it's Monday. You know that? You guys aware of that?
Almost.
Yeah,
like
because it's Monday.
Yeah, well, you're not supposed to. That's my point. You're supposed to overcome. We're not all Garfields, right? Can we all
Some
agree
of
on
us
that?
are.
Okay.
I really like lasagna and sleeping all
That
day.
is true. Garfield syndrome is something I also suffer from. It's a tough one.
Honestly, can you blame him? Like,
See, my biggest issue with Garfield has always been poor John Arbuckle. That dude has made 1 million lasagnas in his life and has never gotten one bite. Like, let the man eat, dude, you know? And don't get me started on poor Odie. Like, Garfield is just he's a menace, you know?
that's why it's funny.
I guess that's where the humor comes from. Very, very true. And a good lesson, don't let your animals dictate your whole life, right? You gotta, Garfield, only one lasagna today. I would like some.
Is there some irony here?
Are you talking about my mini-me that I take every? I literally took her to the lake
Yes.
on Saturday, yeah.
Yes, I am.
And she's so good. Like I always fear, one of my biggest fears is that she'll run away at some point. So you'll get excited and go chasing something. Oh man, she's always just by your side. It's very cool. Very nice to have a companion like that. Emily May, how are you, old friend? You've been on adventures lately.
Yes.
Tell us what you've
Trying
been up to.
Live my life adventurously.
Nice.
The last time you saw me, we were just gonna go skiing with my friend from Ontario, and then Gary became closer to my boyfriend than I am because they know each other. So that was fun. It
Rhinos ride
kinda-
together, man.
I
Rhinos.
get it,
Yeah,
sure. So I kind of ran away for a week or two.
that's fair. I understand that.
No.
And we did send it to a bunch of the buddies too, so all the rhinos were
Oh,
like,
yeah?
"Oh, that's the best rhino." Everyone just loves your hubby, so just so
That's
you're
what
aware.
I'm saying.
Yeah, it's good,
I
dude.
can't win, so
Welcome to relationships.
exactly. But no, we made it to the mountains. It was all good. Everything was good. I don't even have a story there. It's not even fun. It was
No
just
one
fun.
got hurt.
No one
You
got
had a lot of
hurt.
fun.
Just a lot of fun
This is great.
skiing. It's hard. I definitely fell a lot, but I didn't get hurt
That's
per
it.
se. So
Fall and get back up. That's what life's
Yes,
all about,
yes.
right there. I'm already getting chirped by my mom.
oh no.
Mother, I was about to get to that. I was just trying to introduce our guests first and checking in to make sure everyone's all good. So it'll come right after this one. LB, how are you doing, buddy? How's your weekend?
The usual. you know.
Nailed it. You need any pizza?
Yes, for my uncle's birthday.
Hell yeah, you did. I love that. Phenom, get me on camera 3 here real quick. Phenom, how are you doing? There he is. That dude had a great weekend. Hell yeah, brother. I love that. Okay, mother. Now, another special day. My sister, you guys. I was going to say youngest sister, but my only sister. She's the youngest of us 4. It is her birthday today. So to Stacy, happy birthday to you. I hope you're having the best day. I hope GT3 and Gracie and Gussie and D-Rock are spoiling you rotten, because from what I've read on our group chat, it sounds like you're not having the best birthday. She's just taking kids to like the doctor because everyone's sick. So she's going through the sick house. So enjoy your under the weather birthday. And we love you and appreciate you greatly. Next time we see you, we will celebrate together as you are the best sister in the world. So thank you to Stace.
Happy birthday.
There it is. Big birthday. I think she's like 22, 23-ish, something like that, which is so weird because I'm like 42. That's a big gap, but somehow, it's like my mom, too. My mom's only like 35. It makes no sense because I'm older than my mom, but this is what I'm told. So I'm like, I guess that's how it works. So happy 24th birthday, Stace. Keep up the great work. Okay. Oh, what's it say? Oh, yes. Just so you guys are aware, the text said, you going to shout out B-Day greetings to your sister with 8 question marks? It was on the list, mother. We also want to say hello to our latest advertiser, which I'm just so happy with how this is all turning out because we finally get to use our back set TV as well as our banners that you see below. Mobly Llorente with TMG, that's the mortgage group, saying, think outside the branch. Hit up my man Mobly Llorente, 306-370-5804. You'll see down the banner below. We also got email for him. So, look at that banner. What a handsome guy. I'm still upset that you got some lookalike from the 1940s, like probably a fighter pilot in the newspaper. And you're like, that's a good headshot. I'll take that one. Okay? Well said.
Sure.
New advertisers. Mobley, my guy,
There he is.
he's in.
There he is.
You want to get
Gary.
in? Hey, see, there he is. Look at this. And if you're wondering what kind of people choose to advertise with us here, they are the same like-minded people that are only here to make the world a better place. We say it all the time. There's no one sitting on a big throne, taking all the money and say, yes, yes, more money. No, it's just us. So when you join this family, you're becoming a part of that movement of wanting to make the world a better place and asking for nothing in return. And once you get on board with that, everything is so easy. And we have good people bringing good people in. And that's how we met Mobley, and that's how he's a part of this. And that's continuing the growth. Now, LB, I'm trying to get into my Stream Deck mobile here. It says get connected. How do I get connected? Is this going to be
Can I
an
see it?
issue?
Let me see
Okay.
it.
Don't go ordering any movies or anything. Live TV. This is what sets us apart from everyone else. It takes a lot of the opposite of whatever pride is. A lot of the ability to allow yourself to make mistakes. To, what's it called when you're like leaving yourself open?
Vulnerable?
Very vulnerable. Thank you. The reason people don't go live is because you're very vulnerable. And around here, we thrive on it. When people make mistakes, we laugh and say, oh, can't believe you did that. Where every other place in the world, if you do that same thing, you could get fired. And that's just sort of how it works. So we've chosen the road of being real all the time. And that's allowed us to not have to lie to you, not have to say stuff that we're being told from the top. Because here, we're the top. There's no one above us telling us we have to do or say anything. And that is the true value of this place. So when we tell you we want to make the world a better place, we have affordable ways for you to do it. And when that money comes in, it stays not just within the city, but it stays within this team, within this family. And it goes to helping us promote more people and helping us to get more people on board to do great things. Kind of like Emily May's all up in your business.
Yes.
Going out and showcasing not just what your business does, but also how they do it and getting to know the people behind it. How's this? And by the way, just to keep with the always real idea,
Okay, I can't get it working, so.
this is called dancing. And I was dancing, hoping that we would get it to work.
No, Phenom's going to have to run the buttons for you.
Okay, Phenom, you ready to do this? We're going to do this together, everyone. This is the first time we've had to unmanly do this. Unmanned?
Manually.
Manually. Whatever the words are.
We,
the
we
words
always
don't
did
matter.
it manually. Someone was doing it
That is
manually,
true.
so.
Not me pushing it here. So I'm going to have to count down in and out for my swipes because I love swiping and getting rid of stuff. If you want to be a part of everything we just described, if you want to make the world a better place, and I'm telling you, businesses like Nickel Plumbing and Heating, businesses like Sotner Concrete Services, these are businesses that are highly successful that don't need advertising. They're here because they believe in the movement that we are putting forward. They are here because they also want to make the world a better place and do good things. And that is the power of this beautiful place. Phenom, can you go ahead and hit me with the email? Ah, nice. There it is. Have you seen the new ones yet?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. LB went to work. I can't wait to
Yeah,
ask him to sign
those
another
are great.
one. Contact@dufferinav.com. That is the email.
The only problem I have with the email is that the period and .com is on the top.
Yeah.
And I
What
don't
the
know
heck?
why. I couldn't, that was just the period and that font. I couldn't
You
figure it out.
suck.
So,
All right. On three, I'm going to swipe it out. 1, 2, 3. We also have a website. Check this out. Website me. There it is. Dufferinav.com.
That's cool.
Emily
but
May.
the logo's too big according to me.
Oh.
Hold on. Emily May. Is the logo too big at the end of that website address? Be
If
very
no
careful
one
with what you say.
If no one said anything, I probably would have said okay.
Mhm.
But I
no.
always love a good stamp, and that just looks like stamp it on there. That is us. So it catches your eye, and I
That
like
sound-
that.
That sounds like a yes. Sorry, Dragon. And
Oh,
that's the beauty of
I
it. If
am-
we would have told her it was Dragon that was on their side, it would have been instant. But that was
Yeah.
legit, without any hatred towards the Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
But you know
Putting
what
it
also is funny that if Dragon doesn't like it so much, he can just go make his own. But, oh wait, he can't because he doesn't know how.
Oh,
Head
he's not
engineer,
even in the
head
room.
graphic. I guess, well,
I have no problem
Andy would be
doing
the head graphic guy.
Yeah,
but you're
Andy's
also
the head
graphic
graphics guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, you guys.
Because if I gave him the software, he would, blow me out of
Oh,
the
yeah.
water in 5
It's
minutes.
his thing,
so.
baby. Okay, I can't really reach it, so I'm just going to sort of give her this one. On three, Phenom. 1, 2, 3. Not the worst, not the best.
No, that's cool.
I'm hoping my deodorant's working today. I don't have Uncle Mike's on. I don't have Uncle Mike's on, and it's got really hot up here, so I know.
Have
that
you
I'm
checked
trusting-
these bags?
Trust me. I had to go Old Spice, and it doesn't hold as long as
No,
Uncle
these
Mike's.
bags are mostly empty. People just
Yeah.
steal the set
Hey,
product.
they don't
I am
steal.
guilty of
We give
that.
them away because Uncle Mike put them here for everybody.
True.
Because Uncle Mike is also a member of this incredible family.
And we
Check
all
him
love
out.
the soaps.
Oh, he's just the human. Is so incredible. He's such a great guy.
He's the
He
human.
defines everything that we're all about around here. So we're always happy to help him out. Should be back tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah. So here's hoping we'll get to see our good buddy Uncle Mike back in the saddle and continue. Maybe we can get started on our commercials that we've been looking at too. I see a storyboard over there with some future moves as we continue here on the Monday edition of your show. We got Phenom on the 1s and 2s. We got LB right over there. We got Emily May right here. I was trying to say May right. Emily May right here. Didn't work as well.
No.
I abandoned it. First things first. Saskatoon, monster trucks. I know that none of us got to go to the monster trucks. I'm a little bit upset about it. At the same time, my agoraphobia only allows me to leave the house so much. So at the same time, I think that's probably expected. Have you ever been to a monster truck show before? Emily May.
I have kind of a fun fact that I like
love it
to
already.
throw out there
Here
every
we go.
time someone brings up monster trucks. I have never sat through a show. No, but I have driven. a monster truck at a show before. So I think that trumps all.
Please tell us more.
Back in the days when I used to work at a different establishment, it was a morning show type of thing. So I got to go out in the morning, and because it was live TV, they're like, let's get you driving. So I had me in the driver's seat, the cameraman in the one seat, and it was just really, I didn't go fast enough. That's my biggest regret, is that I didn't take full advantage of the fact I was driving a monster truck. But I was so aware that I had a cameraman who was carrying a massive camera trying to also film the
Yeah,
things.
you don't want to ruin the camera.
But I really regret not going harder.
So now, is it true that you have a steering wheel for the front tires and for the back tires? Is that how you drive a monster truck?
No.
That's what I was told.
I mean,
saw
maybe
it.
some, but
Maybe that's
yeah,
like
maybe
the highest
some.
level or something like
I
that.
don't know.
Probably
I believe it was
some.
Gravedigger, and they were talking about it, and there was something about driving all four of your tires, like steering all of them. It sounds great. So like, you just
I didn't
sat
drive
in,
one like that. No, that
You just
sounds
sat in,
crazy.
hit the gas, and off you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was a few more buttons, like in terms of before going and turning off.
Was it a manual?
No,
Interesting.
I know.
That's surprising.
I imagine you probably take out all of those little things that you'd have to think about because you're destroying shit the whole time, and all you want to do is
Yeah,
just
but at
You're
the same
trying
time,
to
you probably
stay-
want more control over
Also
your
true.
over your.
But you don't, because the whole point is flipping and falling, and if you have too much control, you're not going to do all the fun things.
unless
but
you're really
like
good.
control over like doing that. Like
Well,
I'm
some
saying, if
probably
with an
do.
automatic, you probably have a harder time doing some of that. Maybe.
Each build is probably completely different.
True.
I just probably got one. Like,
Yeah.
are they going to trust me with a brand new?
That's a great. They probably
Gravedigger type of
had it
thing?
in like training mode
They
for you, so we
probably
could all be
had-
right now.
Yeah,
That's
true.
Very rare occasion.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
So anyway,
Here.
yes and no. You?
Nope.
That's
I've never driven one.
That's surprising.
Now
I feel like you would have found a way at some point.
It's never something I've really like thought about before. Like but I don't know if I had the opportunity, I'd do it for sure.
Yeah, clearly. I'm a little upset that we didn't get you an opportunity.
Have you
Maybe-
been to
maybe
a show
next
with
year.
them
No,
before?
never
No.
even
You
been
never
to a
even
show?
seen one?
No.
Oh, dude. I had a good run where I was watching Monster Jam every day at the old job in the control room. So it came on at like 2 o'clock on like CMT or something, and I was just watching all the monster trucks and like those grand finales they have in Vegas. Like we're talking monster trucks exploding through full on RVs. Like you're seeing tables and chairs and like TVs go flying as monster. Like it's the coolest shit you've ever seen. I love it so much. And even the one at Saskatoon Center, it's not as big as those big giant, like 70 or 80,000 seat Superdomes, but they do have a bunch of like really cool jumps and a bunch of smashy stuff going on there. So all the love to the monster trucks and everyone that got to enjoy
They
them
should do
over
one
the
at like
weekend.
Marquis or something. Because like
An
that's it
outdoor
would be a
suit,
lot
yeah.
bigger. They'd have a lot more room there. And
Yeah. I wonder if we could throw a damn monster truck rally.
that would be pretty cool.
I don't
That
know what
would
we'd put in
be-
it though.
What do you mean? What you
Well,
put
you'd
in
be
it?
driving one.
Well,
obviously.
Yeah.
well, no, like vehicles is what I'm talking about.
Um,
Because clearly it'd be tough to get a monster truck, but if we like
Dodge Shadow.
souped up the Shadow or have like one of those like destruction derbies would be pretty fun. I
the
think.
Dufferin Destructor.
It's already named the monster truck. I like this. I like where
Dufferin
you're
Ave Destruction Derby.
That's the one. I think
Ooh, yeah, the name of the whole thing. Ooh.
that would be Dad. We could call it the Dufferin Ave Destruction Derby. Join the dam at the Dad.
The damn dad.
Damn Dad, not again.
Make sure to bring your dad for Father's Day.
There it is. Hey, this is how the process goes. Creating content, especially when you don't have anyone. I've said it so many times. When you don't have anyone telling you that there's no such thing as a stupid question or a stupid statement until you say one. Well,
Yeah,
except for
right.
that one. That was stupid. I get that all the time. It's like, oh, I forgot. I'm trying to think outside the box, and no one wants to do that here. Okay, let's do exactly what they did down there. Now you're thinking. Now we got something. To be able to avoid that feels so incredibly good. I'm so proud of everyone. Okay, next thing on the order of business. Weird way of saying that, but I'm going to stand by it. The Foreign Nations Face-Off, the Foreign Nations Cup, going down a tournament where both sides, the United States and Canada, talked about it as it was the most important hockey tournament going on. Huge, like monumental. The second Canada wins, all of a sudden the United States says, oh, it's not that big. It's not even, you only had 4
That
teams
was
there.
the
There's nothing.
funniest
Like the
thing
flip,
ever.
right? The flip.
That's
It's
like when you beat somebody, like you call somebody out on a video game, and
Yeah.
and then they they get beat, and then they're like, oh, it wasn't that big. My controller was whatever. Right?
Lag, bro. I was lagging
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, right?
Yeah. The U.S. had a big time lag going on. The quality of the game was incredible. It was so fun to watch and so cool that Canada came out on top.
Well, did you expect any other result?
I did, but that's just
Yeah.
because I this is me being a hockey guy. I see a bunch of guys that I think would be better than the guys that are currently out there. So you're already questioning the election process and all that other stuff. So I was like, in my mind, I said, how can you call this like a best in the world if you're not even bringing the best in the world? But then that goes down that whole rabbit hole. So I was pleasantly surprised. As far as entertainment goes, were you entertained? To quote Gladiator, are you not entertained?
It was entertaining. I just, like you said, did you not expect it? The thing about it, I was scared because they won. I didn't really watch the first game, but after seeing they lost, I was like, oh,
Here we go
no.
again. Yeah.
So when they were going again, I was really nervous. And then when they tied, it was one of those things of like, this could be anyone's game right now.
Some
And then it
people
was
foresaw
Canada's.
that.
But yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
So it was a little.
Senor Bennington is our Lord and Savior.
unbelievable. And that was the other reason. And our group chat with the boys was lit up about that. We got our buddy Frankenstein, and Frankenstein is just all about bashing Bennington, and rightfully so. Bennington's like his track record within the NHL is he is a snap show. He is a crazy person, like most goalies are, and he doesn't know how to focus up. Even though the guy won a Stanley Cup as a goalie, people say he doesn't focus enough because he's always losing it on everyone else and snapping. So when you put the biggest stage in the world in front of this guy, is he really your best option? And boy, oh boy, did he prove everyone wrong. Every player on that team said, we don't come close to winning this game without that guy. So for him to step up and not only silence the critics, have them compliment him after, where they were showing examples of times where this would happen to Binnington in the NHL and he would lose it. He'd get a team a penalty because he's crazy. Those same things happened within this game. Nothing. Calm, cool. Not a single thing affected him. He did everything he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And that shut up a lot of people, including Frank. Frank says, there's no way they're going to win with Binnington in net. He's garbage. And then after they won, Frank sends the line saying, just like I thought. Amazing job by Binnington. That's my goalie. It's like, yeah, that's pretty much all of us hockey fans now. But do you feel like you are still superior with this big win?
Oh, yeah.
Canada all
Obviously.
the way. Okay?
Yes. I have questions though.
Here we go.
They kind of take away from the game itself, but more just how the four nations work.
Yep.
So, all these teams, I understand that, teams are mixed up. NHL teams have Canadians, Americans, Finland, Sweden, all of them.
All over the world.
And so when they split them up, it was like all these different teams were split up. And then 2 days later, they were back to their teams. I think I saw a Leafs game versus
Yep.
the Hurricane. I don't
Yeah,
know.
teams
One
don't-
of the games.
Yep.
Anything. And all I could think was the fact of that, because I think I saw Austin Matthew, and I remember seeing a video of his face when they lost. And all I could think is, like, I wonder what the dynamic is when they go back to their original teams,
You are
knowing that
so
team
smart.
just beat
Literally.
them. And are they able to work together, or would those games after
Do you need
be
some
a little
cool off time?
Yeah,
Right?
that's
I'm
what
the
I would
same
think.
boat.
Because he looked so disappointed when
Yeah.
they lost. And
Which
then I'm
which
like,
speaks to, if these guys are holding this tournament in such high regard, why aren't we?
yeah.
I mean, to me, you're getting paid a crap ton of money to be professionals.
Mm-hmm.
And part of being a professional is,
Yeah.
playing at your highest level always and not letting that sort of stuff get
Don't
to
let
you.
the outside stuff get in.
So,
Now, when
Sure.
you take all that and then you throw in the fact, like in this case, Mitch Marner playing for Canada up against Austin Matthews playing for the U.S., they're the two cornerstones of that franchise, butting heads. No matter what they say on camera, once you get in that locker room, if I'm Mitch Marner, hey, Austin, can you pass? Oh, probably. Actually, never mind. You probably can't because you're a silver medalist. Go back over there. I'll get someone else to send it to me. Like those little jabs will
Oh,
be
yeah.
going nonstop.
Mhm.
yeah.
But if you ever want to test your friendship, right, and you're like your teammate-ism, this is the way to do it. Because there was a lot of examples of those guys going to battle, and not just like going to battle, like cheap shotting each other, and it's so cool to watch as someone who knows that stuff because they're not supposed to be doing that. Do they hate each other? And then you see them hug after the game and everything's cool. It's like, okay, I guess not. And one of the other big things to come out of this, and I was asking a couple of people over the weekend, how angry are you if you're an owner of an NHL team? And this is normally it's your all-star break, so you don't have to worry about anybody going into international competition and giving their all. Normally, for an all-star weekend, you go do a hardest shot, go do a fastest skater, everyone skate around during an all-star game, get the hell out of there. The whole idea is don't get hurt. Like even to the point last year or 2 years ago in the fastest skater competition,
Where this is going?
Guy biffed, right? In the fastest skater competition, like bad, where people are like, oh my God, did he just die? He got up luckily and he was fine. But that guy was saying, you can't have any of these competitions. These guys are assets. They're so valuable. Charlie McAvoy, one of the best D-men in hockey, plays for the Bruins. He's out right now. Matthew Tkachuk, who was all the rage for this whole tournament because he's a chirper and he's an agitator, and that's what he does. He could be gone for the season. Like these are franchise stars that got hurt during this tournament. If you own a hockey team, how pissed off are you? And would you ever want to see a tournament like this again?
As an owner?
Yes.
No.
Never, right?
No,
And
because you don't get anything out of it, right?
all you can do is lose something.
All you have is your star players. The only people who are involved is your star players, which they're already stars. Everybody knows them. So it's not like you gain any publicity from it. And your team isn't involved at all, so you don't even get any team advertising or anything. So yeah, you don't gain anything from it.
The only thing that can change from when that tournament begins to when the tournament ends is you could lose $1 million asset, millions of dollar asset.
Yep.
If I'm an owner, I would never allow anyone to go to.
Do they have that? Because it's an NHL organized event. Do they have that?
It's a part of the CBA. Yes. So this is part of their contracts. Is they will participate in whatever these people put on. Now there were teams that were sort of smart about it, like the Las Vegas Golden Knights. They have a defenseman named Shea Theodore, who's a very good defenseman, and he was a little sore. So Vegas said, yeah, actually he's injured and he's not going to play. So we're like, okay, that's fine. And then all of a sudden you see Shea Theodore is out here playing for his team a couple of days before they're going to the break. It's like, oh, was he that hurt? It's like, oh, of course he was.
Mm-hmm.
But guys are sort of already going in that direction. And it's like, when does your country's pride come before your logo on your jersey? Any thoughts? It's a deep question.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
was
very
gonna
weird
say.
sort of way to look at it. But these are the things that keep me up at night. These are the things I think about.
Just because, yeah, all the points you made exactly, it would suck because you don't really get anything and you just have the possibility of losing everything.
And then you're the asshole owner who won't let your guys play for their country.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that's been like fought back and forth over for years.
Have they
and years.
confirmed if there's going to be another one?
They're talking about it. Next year they got Olympics, and then apparently they want to add more nations to the Four Nations Cup. Hopefully by then. And that's the other thing, man. The whole no politics, no religion. And this is why. The whole politics portion of not allowing Russian athletes to play in any international competitions is still going right now. And that was from something like years ago. Like we're still dealing with this shit. And it's like at some point, everyone needs to chill out. And that's why we have this space. We say it all the time. We got to make the world a better place. We have to start treating others how we want to be treated. And you got these incredible hockey players who are stuck at home because their government did some stuff. Like these guys didn't do anything. And all of a sudden you got a watered down little competition instead of like a big World Cup.
Yeah. So
the hope is to go back to the World Cup format after the Olympics next year. That's sort of where they're going.
Yeah.
As we continue here, see, reset on time.
Mm-hmm.
This is what program directors really want you to do in talk radio. Every 15 minutes, make sure you reset so people know who you're talking to and what they're about. Phenom, can you go ahead and give me a email again, please? Thank you very much. Hanging out with LB, one half of the viewing room. Hanging out with Emily May, the whole meal deal of Emily May is all up in your business. It looks really funny with just her head popping out the top
I know,
there.
and then
It's like a Jack in the Box. If you stood up right now, I'd be like, oh my goodness. Oh, now it's throwing up. Bless you. Contact duffernave.com. That is the email. And if you have any questions, be it about advertising, be it about getting some ears and some eyes on whatever your organization is doing. You got a charity event going on. We are the voice of Saskatoon. We are here. We are hyper local and ready to help promote you because all of that helps promote this beautiful city of ours and it brings us all together instead of pushing us apart. So send us an email. Let us know. We'll get in touch and we will continue to do what we do as well. And this, okay, on 3, 1, 2, 3. Get it out of here. We also have a website. Pop it up. Wait for it. Boom. Look at that. DufferinAve.com, made by Royal Landers himself. And I told him, we were all there. I said, make sure an idiot like me can use it. Because whenever I go to websites, it's like, oh my God, there's pop-ups, there's this and that. I never know where to go or what to do. So this one's streamlined. You go down, you find what you want to find. It's all there for you at DufferinAve.com. Again, with the perfectly sized sign at the end of it. Very well done. Very well done. All right, on 3. 1, 2, 3, get out of here. You're a little slow there.
Yeah.
I
A
want
little
to.
bit
I
late.
want to join. Catch
Hey,
the pieces
that was good, though.
behind.
We are a team, and we dominated that. I want to stick with some sports stuff, as that was a very good conversation. Thank you to both of you guys. As I know you're a football expert, so to get you
Not
on some
an
hockey talk.
expert,
Well, hey,
but-
CFL experts. Sorry, I will
Yes.
put you on that. The Scotties Tournament of Hearts. We got any curling fans in the house? Any curling
I
fans?
watch it when it's on.
Okay.
I think that I don't know. I enjoy watching curling. Like it's a fun game, and we're good at it. So
Do you ever play it?
I tried, but with my knees now, it's not.
By the way, if you're wondering what he's talking about, he is a 20-year-old boy in a 80-year-old man's body,
Yeah.
kind of like me.
No,
Except
I
I'm
have
like
bad
40.
back, bad
Yeah.
knees.
Falling apart early.
Yep.
I feel you. Emily May, you like curling at all?
It's cool. I just haven't watched it or ever really played. Not ever really been a part
You
of
can
my
say
life.
no, you guys. You're allowed to not be a fan. Like,
No,
it's
I
fine.
like
Okay,
it.
then
I
I
just don't
am
watch
not
it.
a
Yeah,
fan,
that's good.
but I don't have anything against the sport, if that makes sense. Like,
Absolutely.
I could anytime start playing it, I feel. It seems pretty cool. But I just haven't ever or
Okay.
watched it.
Well,
Is it fun to watch?
it depends if you like
It
it.
depends. Yeah.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
whole thing.
Like it you have to be into it. Like if you don't, it's not one of those ones where like you can just like pick it up and start watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Like because it's pretty slow paced
Mm-hmm.
compared to like something like football. Like you can pick up
Yeah.
football and just watch it. You might not always know what's going on, but it's exciting.
Yeah.
But curling, you really have to know what's going on and know the game.
Absolutely.
I think.
I quit on curling. I said I am no longer a fan of curling a long time ago. When they took away the cigarettes and the beers, I said, well, this isn't a sport for me anymore. They used to be able to literally, up until like mid-90s, like something like crazy, you were allowed to smoke darts and crush beers while you're playing on a professional level with curling.
Oh my gosh.
It was the best sport ever. And then all of a sudden, they decided to become
Because it
athletes.
was basically invented by us here.
Very Canadian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
ever taken up like snooker or darts? They do exactly that still to this
Yeah.
day.
I played them, never actually
Oh,
competitive.
snooker. Oh, I was
Professional.
like, yeah, I
What'd
know.
you
A little
think I
accent
said?
there, yeah. Snooker.
Yeah,
Snooker.
snooker. I'm
Snooker.
like, what's snooker? Okay, yeah.
Don't worry, that's just a language barrier. It's
Yeah, yeah.
fine. We can power through that.
But you can have a beer in one hand
Yeah.
and a cigarette in between your fingers
Yeah, and go.
and go.
And I have watched, you know what? Funny you say, I have watched darts.
It's
I'm a huge
quite
fan.
interesting.
180!
And their
the guys
faces
did
are
triple
just-
60. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. No, I've
The
seen.
skill, like, when you try and play darts, and you're like, oh, let's just throw it, and then you like watch them play, and you're like,
Unbelievable.
holy crap, like.
Yeah, it's a talent.
It's a hell of a talent. So once curling took away the cigarettes and the beer, I said, well, now you're just getting on a knee and sliding and throwing a rock. This is stupid. Why are we doing this? And again, this is my personal opinion.
Like golf on ice.
Yeah, or shuffleboard or anything.
Yeah.
The point is that the allure is that anyone can do it. But for me, if you're going to do it like they do now, it's not even fun. So I've been out of the curling for a while. I did grow up, and my mom can vouch for this. She's a huge curling fan. So I grew up with Vic Router, always talking for the Scotties and the Briars and all the stuff in between. The Scotties went on this year, and this is why I want to talk about this for a bit. Rachel Holman. Have you heard of Rachel Holman before?
Yeah.
Okay, so she is the best curler in the history of curling. And I think we can say that for both men and women. She's
Okay.
unstoppable. She hasn't lost. This is how good she is. She hasn't lost a match at the Scotties in over 2 years. 2 years. That's insane. The next closest person is Einerson, Carrie Einerson, and she can't even, and those were the two in the final. So Holman won again, hasn't lost in 2 years. The question I have for you is, would you rather, and this could go to any sport, would you rather see a team, as in the Holman rink, dominate like they have, or do you like seeing different people come up and down? Do you like dynasties or do
Is
you
this a
like?
veiled Super Bowl question?
I'm just throwing this out there. No if and or why about it. I'm just curious because we can see Homan is starting to become sort of the New England Patriots of the curling world.
As a fan or as a
Both.
owner or a
give me
marketer?
two. Give me two.
As a marketer, a dynasty is your dream.
Yeah.
And probably
your team.
For your team.
Yeah.
But I mean, even like, if you're an NFL marketer or something, marketing for the NFL, and you can market like the three-peat stuff if the Chiefs had won.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's fantastic for you. As an owner, yeah, I'd say probably you want dynasty. But
you're winning all the time.
Yeah,
That's exactly what you want. Yeah.
But no, as a fan, for me, it depends on the sport and the team, right? Like if the Riders had a dynasty, I would love it.
Hell yeah.
Right,
would.
but if like the Bombers,
Well, the Bombers
people are
just
talking
did,
about,
yeah.
Well, we're not gonna go quite that far.
They did go to the Cup. What was it? 6 in a row?
5 in a row.
That's crazy.
But they lost the last 3.
That's the best part.
So
that's the best
that's
part.
not really a dynasty.
That's the best part.
Not really a dynasty.
Especially in a league with only 9 teams.
Exactly. Right.
Get a 10th team and
So
get some real division.
Honestly, I put one more in the Atlantic. Like instead of having touchdown Atlantic, just put an Atlantic.
It's a great
team.
promo, by the way. Should we promo right now before we get Emily's take on dynasties?
Sure.
Okay. So we did our first ever damn big watch party for the Super Bowl. Had a lot of fun. It went off swimmingly. So much so that was our test for this whole process. We are doing a second damn big watch party that will involve the Oscars. And I believe we have a little teaser. Is that the proper term? Yeah, a teaser of what might be going down during the Oscars here this Sunday. Take it away, Fino.
Hey, it's Adam and Ethan with the viewing room here. We are hosting a live Oscars watch party on Sunday, March 2nd at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We got lots of stuff planned. We got games, live reactions, obviously. We've got some food. We'll have some interesting food and stuff.
Movie
And
trivia.
Movie trivia, yeah. And we'll hopefully just kind of get live reactions, talk about the movies, whether we like it or disagree or whatever the winners are, and have a good time. Hopefully nobody gets slapped.
Yeah. So if you want to watch a fun night of predictions, games, and overall fun, check out Dufferin Avenue Media and the Viewing Room Instagram at @theviewingroom_ for updates and more.
It looks like the viewing groom.
Did I
No, it
misspell
was spelled right. No, there was just no space in between.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, yeah. And also, how sick. Dragon shirt. Hey, Callahan
I
Auto
didn't
Parts,
notice.
Sandusky, Ohio, Tommy Boy. You
I
didn't
was
even notice?
thinking
Did you
about
even
the
comment
set.
on it?
I was thinking about the set when you said how sick is that.
Well, obviously. I did spend 45 minutes on
Yeah,
those,
thank you to Gary for
those lights. All because
those lights.
Brooklyn, our favorite employee, didn't come to work today, so
No.
I had to do her job.
She's doing like a midterm or some exam or something. Unbelievable.
School. Come on. Ridiculous. So this Sunday, damn big watch party will be going down, our second ever edition. It's going to be a lot of fun. The boys will be in here. I'll be on the 1s and 2s, doing some mixing, some matching, and probably chirping the whole entire process because,
Better.
God dang.
I
do we
need
ever
some
hate
support
those.
up there.
Yeah, I got your back. It's very good. And we love pissing out Dragon.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
that's sort of our thing. So that's just a little quick promo in there. Dynasties, Emily May. Are you a fan or not so much?
I think personally, I can't relate it to a football. I'm just take that out of your mind right now
Get it
with
outta
what
here.
I'm saying
Gone.
because I think for me, in terms of what did you say? It was curling.
Yeah.
I know that one's more of a team sport, right?
Oh, here we go. Now
Okay.
we're into it. Yep.
But my thing is you know what? If they're coming in every year and they are getting better, they are working hard and proving themselves every year.
Mhm.
I see no issue in that. You like as a fan, I'm like you are working just as hard as everyone else.
Yeah,
You're
you-
coming back stronger each year because you want it that bad. I will happily support every win. But if you're coming back and you're doing nothing new, you look like you don't want to be there and you're just there to get the win and then leave.
It's a job to you? We don't
Yeah,
like that.
I'm like, okay, well then I don't want like you don't really deserve to win. You just think you
This is
do
good.
when you've done no work.
What-
I think it's a mindset for me on how they approach.
What I'm hearing is if you don't like it, work harder and change it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if they keep winning without working harder, then I wouldn't support it. I'd be a bit like, okay, you're just doing it because of your name now.
Yeah.
When you're not working hard and
I
other
see
people
exactly
are.
what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the idea here is that we are all okay with dynasties as long as it's your favorite team, or as long
Yeah.
as long as they have a reason to be there.
Yes,
Or they're not
they've
getting help.
proved
Like if your name
themselves.
is the Kansas City Refs, then
Maybe there's a little bit
Then-
of, and then that goes into the whole conspiracy of that's the whole reason they lost this year is because they all got so sick of saying the Kansas City refs that the refs were told, don't you dare call a single penalty on Philadelphia. And they call it
it was crazy how
the
it was just
reverse
reversed.
conspiracy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Full on flipped it on the biggest stage in the world. Who would
Yeah.
have thought? So crazy. So congratulations to Rachel Homan. Again, undefeated for 2 straight Scotties. Will be representing Canada. The Brier gets set to go next week. Saskatchewan finished, I think, middle of the pack. They had a really hot start this year. And that's the other thing with like following stuff like this. Once your home team's out, it's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But Saskatchewan had a great start. But like my mom said, it was only because they were playing lesser teams. And once the teams got a little more serious, it's like, yeah. So
It's also funny
needs to
because I
work
don't
on it.
follow it close enough to know the names. Most sports, the team name doesn't change.
Yeah.
But
It's weird
with
when
curling, it's the skips,
the human
last name,
being's name. Yeah.
right? And so you have to follow. You have to know what name is associated with what province or country or whatever.
Yeah,
So
good point.
Yeah. Every time I turn on curling, and not just for like the Scotties, for any of it, they got the Grand Slam of curling, got all these things going on. It's always Homan, front and center, Homan, front and center, Homan. And she's the Wayne Gretzky of curling, man. It's crazy.
Wait
Uh-oh.
a second.
Here we go. Wait for
Wait
it.
a second.
Come on, Emily May, don't let
Did
us
we
down.
host a Brier a few years ago, like either last year or 2 years ago
In Saskatoon,
at Merlis Belcher? I interviewed her.
Rachel Homan.
Yes. I
Boy, oh
felt
boy, that
so-
must have been a memorable interview, hey?
Well, no, it wasn't because I felt so bad because when we got there, she was like training to go on, so she had a minute, and then we're set on live TV, and you know how they
I
push
know
you
exactly
back a
what
minute.
that was. A Grand Slam of curling event at Merlis Belcher.
Yes, and so I was trying to interview her, and then they kept pushing back my live hit. And she's like, I can't do it. And so that's why it was just so like literally, I think I got a question or two, and then she was like gone. So it wasn't the best interaction between us, but I fully interviewed her. Not greatly, obviously, not my best work, but I totally forgot about that. Yeah,
Was she nice? Please tell me she was
she was
nice.
very nice, but she seemed stressed. She was going out for the shit. So I was like, I completely understood.
Yeah.
I
Well,
completely understood all of it.
One of the big chirps for Homan for a while was that she had resting bitch face. I don't know if we're allowed to say that on TV or not, but here we are. I'm not saying that she does or doesn't. That was like the argument for her. So it always looked like, even when she was like happy, she always looked angry, which I think is pretty funny. Anytime you can use the word resting bitch face, it's a good day. So that was sort of the thing. So that's why I ask if she's actually a good
I
person. I feel
would-
like she's a really good person. It's just she
Yes.
doesn't get that across because she's always so intense.
She definitely intimidated me, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. But then after
I
the
can see
interview, I
that.
was like, okay, no, she's nice. Just,
is it.
yeah, maybe a bit more of a neutral face.
The aura of
yeah.
it all, yeah.
But very, very nice, yes.
Which
so.
is very cool. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Good for you for
Yeah,
being there.
totally forgot I
That
met
is
her.
so
Yeah.
cool. See, this is how that's called localizing. We just
Mm-hmm.
localize a big, huge national qualifier for world championships. And we took it from the biggest stage down to here in Saskatoon. And we
Yes.
related it to a story. Oh, my
at
old
that.
bosses would be so proud of us right now.
All unplanned, completely unplanned.
And that's the stuff. And this is the other side of not having to do what you're being told from the top. Because this way you have organic conversations that go in these directions. And guess what? They're real conversations.
Yeah.
And the value of a real conversation, being able to carry over through a camera and a microphone, is so huge that people should be striving for that every single time. But they won't, because there's a chance that it's going to go south. And we'll all sit here and just stare at each other for 5 minutes with dead air. Even then, I think that'd be pretty good stuff. Intense.
Yeah. I mean, the other problem is you say something you shouldn't. That's like why we don't do viewing room live. Like this Oscars is going to be our first viewing room thing, is because
Yeah.
the number of times we say something we shouldn't, we got to cut it out. Like,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's sort of the other big angle of this whole format is you have to be aware. So me as the host, I
yeah,
have to
you
be
got to be on top of
sure.
it too.
And if I sense anyone going in that direction, I have to be able to understand it and be like, whoa, that's are we sure we want to go down that road?
Yeah, right.
And then and that's the beauty of this, is that I trust everyone that comes up here. Like we've formed this bond, so I know that if you were going to go down that direction, if I looked at you and said that, you would probably realize, okay, well, I can't do that. Or you from the start knew that, and you weren't going that direction anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like those little safety mechanisms you have as you continue to grow. The Rush. Do we have any Rush fans here? Go Rush! I used to be the voice of the Rush for a year.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, true story.
True story.
Hardest job I've ever done next to this one.
Because of the voice?
No, the voice.
straining,
The voice
no?
was the easiest part. The
Yeah.
hardest part is having to answer to 3 different people. You have a headset on, you have a person on this side and a person on this side. And in your headset, you have 2 different feeds coming in from different people. So you're conversing with 4 people at once while reading a script. And it also helps if you know lacrosse. That was the biggest issue. I took upon the job because I needed money. And I was helping out Brooksy because she was with the Rush at the time. And she said, hey, we got this PA job open, and I'd love if you could fill it for us. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I hopped in there, and then I just struggled so hard the whole time. And Curtis Anderson, our good buddy, is always very quick to say, no, you didn't struggle. The team struggled, and because of that, you had a harder time getting people amped up. So the team was losing every game, and I was trying to get a team amped up when they're down 10, 11 goals, and I can't get the crowd into it. So management is sitting there, Gary, say this, Gary, say that. You got to get the crowd in there. What are you doing? Just sort of that interior battle. Anyways, the team is better now. This is why we're talking about it. They just won again. I believe they're 9-2. The Saskatchewan Rush are the belle of the ball, and they're slowly growing. That crowd is slowly starting to return. When the Rush first came here, they were dynamite. They were selling out everything. It was amazing. They were winning titles. They were awesome. Then they went into this lull. You're welcome, Saskatoon and Saskatchewan. I was the man of the lull. And now they are back up, and they're back in it, and they are crushing it. Will you go to a Rush game now that you know they can win?
No, because I'm broke.
Ooh.
Stop bringing realities into these situations.
If I had more money,
Very reasonable
then
tickets,
yes.
too, by the way.
yeah,
They
no,
are,
it's not
actually.
that. It's
They're
just,
pretty
you know,
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The price is right.
My answer would be, regardless if they were winning or losing, I love going to Rush games just
Yeah.
because the music is constant.
That was the
And-
biggest selling point for a long time. Was it was a party, win or lose,
a
you had a party.
party.
But then when you start losing, it's not a party anymore because people aren't showing up.
I've only
See,
been to
we
one
still
Rush
made
game.
it a party.
I've only
Very
been
impressive.
to one Rush game, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of fun, and the game is pretty high energy too. Like it's
That's all it is.
like
it's back and forth
it's-
nonstop.
Yeah, it's really, really, really
There's
high
no
energy. So
Stoppage. Like for 5 minutes every, yes, it's like
It's crazy.
constant.
Yeah.
The music's going. The vibe is just immaculate.
it's one of those ones that I feel like is better watching it in person over like
Oh, yeah.
live. Like
Yeah.
football, I'd far rather watch on TV
Yeah.
because you have the replays and you can analyze, and it takes a lot
And
longer.
you're a bigger fan than normal. So you
Yeah.
like having those other
Yeah.
things at your disposal
But,
instead of
like-
just sitting there watching.
But even with like lacrosse, if I was a bigger fan, I feel like I still would want to watch it in person because I feel like you can still get a good.
Well, that's another very important point is that there are a lot of people who go there just for the party and don't
Yeah.
care about the sport.
Yeah.
So how are you supposed to get into it if everyone's just getting liquored up and woo,
Yeah.
giving her, the governor of giving her. So it sounds like they're going to start really filling this place up.
yeah.
You're going to
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, it is good.
Support local. We say it. We're hyper
Yeah.
local. You better believe we're going to talk about the Rush. Phenom on the 1s and 2s. Do you do camera for the Rush? Just give me a 1 for a yes and a 2 for a no. No. Okay, so you don't do Rush. Not yet, anyway. That's so Phenom's dad, the great Curtis Anderson, was one of the guys in my ear
Mhm.
because he was doing all the switching for all the feeds. So we would always crack jokes while everyone else was like screaming at me, like, Gary, do this, Gary, do that. Curtis would come on, hey, Gary, remember 90210? Do you remember Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell? Like, yes. We had like 80s night. It was like, and he was my saving grace. And I didn't remember seeing you there, so I thought so. But, I'm always out and about in the community. That's another really cool thing about as we grow. Our people, like the people that started Shaw Cable here, our last really hyper local network to exist. Doesn't anymore, got sold just like everything else. Everything's got sold and it's coming to us from different provinces. Those people are coming back here. Like Sal Ricardo. He's doing our brand new Blossom Review show. It's not, well, brand new to the network with Curtis Anderson. It's still in the process, but we have done some recordings. Both of those guys did a show on Shaw. We have Simon Hyatt in every Wednesday. He was like the godfather of Shaw. He's in here now. And we have talks of other people from different sort of networks, but within the city. And it really truly feels like when we say we are your only hyper local voice here in the city, we're proving it by bringing in the people that used to be the hyper local voice of the community. So we're basing a lot of this on that Shaw format where we are by the people and for the people. And to have these guys acknowledge it enough to want to come back and work with us while we continue to do this. Just another one of those many signs that we are going in the right direction. We're on the right path. It's more of just a statement, but I feel like as we continue to grow and build, we got our guys like Croker, die hard. Like you want to talk about hyper local sports, he's the guy. He's always sending out messages about the Rush and about the Blades and all this stuff. To have him come in here and give us reports, and CTV's Matt Young every Thursday coming in here, we end each and every one of his segments with what's going on this weekend. And he tells us about the Huskies, and he tells us about the Rush, and he talks about the Blades. And we have the people out there within all of this stuff that we are taking in and consuming. So that's how you become the voice of these things and of these organizations and these teams and these people. And it's just so exciting to know that there is something like that here, because all of this stuff has been not just disappearing, has been like destroyed to the point where you can't even say you're local anymore because everything you're doing is coming from different places. Whereas here, everything we're doing is here. And it's just, I'm very happy. I'm getting a little emotional about it because over the weekend, I've just been doing a bunch of talking with people. And I truly believe now more than ever, this is exactly what not just we need, what not just the city needs, but what the world needs. This is where you need to take back whatever it is that you want. And I mean that as in take back advertising, take it out of the hands of the Facebooks, take it out of these people running these corporations sitting in their giant thrones and saying, I'll allow you to be a part of this, but you're going to pay me a lot of money and it's all going to go in my pocket. Maybe a couple people down there might get a little tickle. To be able to do this without any of that, the pocket, the sweet spot. And yeah, just be proud. Be very, very proud as we continue to build and grow. As we've had some requests and some ideas coming in for Emily May's All Up in Your Business spots where we can go. As if you haven't seen her debut show, we went into Uncle Mike's and did the whole thing, and it was a lot of fun getting to see the operation of how the soap is made. You may have seen the short video of myself eating soap, the Tiger soap.
That's a great
It was
short.
so good for soap. Probably the best soap I've ever eaten, to be honest. I still had to spit it out because it was soap. But it did taste like Tiger.
And hey, he did tell us if you wanted to ingest it, you could.
Just like the packing peanuts. I will also say.
You got to be careful with the packing peanuts.
Bit more organic
Some
than
of
the
us
packing
found out
peanuts,
about
for
that
sure.
the hard way.
Uncle Brando said it was basically like buying an ab flex. He ate all the packing peanuts and then just destroyed his body so badly that he had abs.
I only had one or two, so I wasn't as bad as him, but
unbelievable. Just
still got a wee bit of a taste, you know.
Uncle Brando had a real battle with the packing peanuts.
He did, yes.
That was really so. Don't eat the packing peanuts.
Yes, don't eat them.
We do the work, so you don't have to.
They're edible, but would not recommend.
Yeah, the aftershocks are quite
Shocking.
disgusting, shocking, all of the above.
A
Yes.
6-pack doesn't sound too bad though.
At what cost?
The price you're willing to pay. That's why I say like the Abflex. I used to go on that, and this is way before your guys' time, but like a little rocket thing. My brother had it. And so what you do is you take, it has two handles here, and it just goes sort of up like this, and it has a bar right here. And so you just do your sit-ups and push the bar in and out, and that's what the Abflex was. And you do like a couple thousand of those, and you might get a little tickle of an ab. It's right there with like the Thigh Master and all these other sweet little gimmicks that came up throughout the years and then just sort of went away. Man, I do like how you questioned it though. I do sort of like the idea of that. It's like, but
Gotta look at the positives.
Do you like the idea of being glued to a toilet for 2 days? Weigh it out.
Yeah.
Weigh out your options.
True.
Oh man, baseball. Any baseball fans at all? No. Baseball's back. Blue Jays. We got to watch our amazing Blue Jays start their preseason over the weekend. That was really cool seeing them on Sportsnet, getting to look at all the cool guys. Every Wednesday we do a little baseball checkup with our All the Way Around table. So we will delve more into that. Emily May,
Hi.
you lost your phone.
Yeah.
Now tell me a little bit about what happened, because I think it's kind of a funny story that a lot of us have been through as far as going out doing fun stuff and then losing said phone.
Yes.
So you were doing some fun stuff.
Yes.
Out in Brooks?
Yes.
Okay.
Brooks, Alberta, doing
Brooks.
some fun stuff. The weather was about 2 degrees, so it was one of those things of like, we gotta be outside. So we were just having some fun, you know. And then the Ski-Doo came out, and I had never
yeah.
been on one before, so yeah.
Whoa, okay.
So
Is this
I
just-
was-
Hold on. Is
yeah.
this just because, I guess, yeah, you don't have, are there no acreages or ranches out in Arden Prior?
Yes, a lot of people have them out there.
Okay,
It's
you
just
just
like
didn't have the
my
opportunity.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
my family didn't
Nothing
really
wrong with that. Yeah.
British, right? Didn't really know you could have those toys.
Are you telling me there's no Skidoos in Britain?
Where would you be able to
I don't
ride
know.
them?
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
Like,
probably not, because I don't. There's not enough snow, first
crazy.
of all,
Yeah. I
and
never
there would
thought
be
about that.
no land to ride them. So
Everything's really.
yeah,
Yeah.
the only land would be farmland, and they would
Well,
not
now
let you do
I'm
that.
very excited about this story. Okay, so this is your first time ever on a Skidoo.
Yes, and honestly, I'd been so intimidated by them before because of what you hear, right? Like
Yeah.
they're very dangerous, blah blah blah, and because you got to lean with them or else they'll flip. Like Sea-Doos, also never been on one of those, but that's how they explained it to me, and I went, great, just rub it in some more. But it was a lot of fun. Got on it. I didn't drive it first. I was just holding on, but my silly self didn't really clue in where my phone was. I was so in the moment, I didn't even think of my
It
phone.
makes a lot more sense now that it was your first time riding.
Yes.
Now I'm with you. Okay.
And then a few hours later, we were, you know, gonna head back into town. I was like, I can't find my phone. And then my watch wasn't connecting. My boyfriend Caleb, he has my location. We were trying to find it. It's like in this area, aka the entire
So those
20
aren't
acres.
those aren't exact.
No. So we
That's not
went
cool.
right back through everything, but this time I got to drive the Skidoo.
There it is.
So even
Hell
though we
yeah.
didn't find the phone, we got to just have kind of fun
First
riding
drive.
around
I
again.
love that.
So it's so much fun. But oh my gosh, my arms and shoulders, like I work out too, but to be fair, I haven't done arms or shoulders in a few months. But I was like, I am in so much pain because it's so much actual physical work moving. They're heavy.
They
I
are
didn't
heavy.
realize kind of how heavy.
There's no
Surfing
power
through.
steering or anything.
Yeah,
like
that's the
No.
one. That's it, right?
So definitely gained some muscles, lost my phone, win-lose situation, you know?
Hey, I will tell you, that's a lot better deal than the one we were willing to do for abs.
True, I probably gained abs from that, the way I had to hold my breath and turn the wheel, or not wheel, the
Yeah.
track?
No, you don't turn
Steering
the
wheel.
track. You turn the skis.
The
Yeah.
skis, yes.
Sounds weird though. Turn the skis. It's a
Yeah.
what would
That's
you
what they are.
handlebars? Handlebars. They're
Yeah,
called
handlebars.
Handlebars,
There
but
we
the
go.
handlebars turn the skis.
Control.
Yep,
the
yep,
skis,
100%.
Okay,
This is good.
yeah.
This is very good. So we got through the skidooing. We got through most of today. My last question for you is how nice is it? And you already sort of answered this, but I thought it was a very funny answer. How nice is it to not have your phone and not have people hassling you every single second of every day? That's my dream around here. I can't do it.
I'll
I
take you
said-
camping this summer.
Ooh,
Now
We'll
we're
go up
talking.
way
That's
up
a good
north where you have
idea.
no service. you
No
just shut the
service,
phone off.
no
and you-
problem.
yeah.
You don't have
Here,
to
here.
lose a phone to do it.
Yeah.
That sounds smart.
I said it's really nice. It's just stressful knowing I have probably a bunch of texts that
Coming in.
could be
Life-altering,
important.
life-altering important
AKA,
text. Yes.
for all I know, I could be going to jail, and I have no idea because my phone, they don't have my number ananymore.
That is such a good cliffhanger. We're going to leave it at that.
We're gonna leave
Very
it there.
well done.
Perfect.
Phenom, why don't you go ahead and give Frankie a kick for us? Let's make our way out of here for another day. Man, why is it so quiet? It's so quiet.
Dragon likes to turn it down. Not throwing him under the bus here.
No. We would never.
No, we would never do that.
Oh, well, it is going. So, wow. Wow. A lot of people say it's a good show.
Wow. They say
So good.
wow. The
This
greatest
is it.
show in history, in fact.
Oh, it doesn't help that we have like
A lot of people.
the third
They
best.
walk in, they say wow.
Do we have
Trump
two Owen
impersonator.
Wilsons right
No,
beside
th-
me right now?
No, these are Trump impersonators. We're the
Trump.
bad ones. Dragon's the very good Trump.
He's amazing
right
at
there with
Yeah.
Shane Gillis and with Jamie Foxx.
You
He's
guys sounded
unbelievable.
like Owen Wilson with the wow,
Wow.
No.
Like that? Wow.
wow,
Wow.
wow,
Yeah, something like
wow.
that.
You had a
Okay.
good one.
Dragon was in here earlier. Thank you to him. My brother, my sweet, beautiful brother, Noel. Great to see him. And my firstborn nephew, Benji, stopped by. Network Ryan was in. We had a lot of really, really good conversations today about a lot of really good stuff coming up. We're looking forward to this week as well. I'm trying to hear where we're at, and it's so incredibly low here. And the thing is, I heard it before on the feed. It was coming through hot.
I'm turning that channel PC up.
There it is. Hey, but now it might be too loud.
No, because that doesn't change it on the stream.
Perfect. Well, with that in mind, thank you to both of you for stopping by and helping us get through this Monday. We did have Uncle Brando, who was supposed to stop by. He's hopefully going to be here tomorrow. Tomorrow, the return of Uncle Mike. We're going to be doing some streaming, by the way. That's why Uncle Brando is going to be here. We're on the Twitch stream, Dufferin Ave Media. On the Twitch, we're getting that going and rolling. And very excited for more of that, as it's very fun. I know that being a part of your streams with your guitar hero has been quite exciting. So be sure to tune in to all of that. Again, thank you for joining us here each and every weekday, 4 to 5 p.m. We're so proud to have you be a part of this incredible thing that we have begun to do with this network. And I'm saying begun to do because people are starting to notice us. And that means they're starting to notice you. So keep being good. Keep doing good things. Okay? Keep realizing karma's very real. If you do those good things, they'll start happening to you. I promise you. Have a great rest of your Monday.